Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
It's just grimy, man. This thing is so dirty. What I want to do is spray off the outside a little bit. They left it extremely muddy when they, I guess, abandoned it or whatever. So we've got tons of mud, and look at this. This is lots of buildup here. So I'm gonna hop on that, start knocking it down. It's a little bit cleaner than what it was. This concrete on the front doesn't want to come off. I'm not sure how I'll get that off, but one way or another it's going to come off. Now I'm getting in the mood to clean the whole thing. So let's see here. Oh, fell right in the mud. So I'm going to cover the stuff up that I need to cover up, like the cylinder head, whatever that is, the coolant ordeal here, and then the intake. And I'm gonna wash this engine bay as best as I can. What it's probably gonna come to is me washing it out and then running water in here and just washing all the big stuff out with a shop vac. I might just rinse it all out as best I can and then suck the nasty water out and then just repeat. Okay, I think we're done here for now. We got it pretty cleaned up. A lot of that grease just came right off. This thing is super dirty. Oh, there's a little caterpillar tag under there. Who would have known? Man, this thing's just covered in mud all over. Really, it's like mud and grease combined to make something really special. I'm gonna scoop as much big stuff as I can out of here. This is gonna take forever. Oh wow, that's almost an inch. So look at all the mud down here. I can take a couple little bitty scoops and come up with almost a full shovel. It's not a big shovel, but it's a whole lot of mud down there. Look at the grease on the hydraulic cylinder. Wow. At this point, it's not even safe to have your machine this dirty, because this is what fires are made of right here. I would at least hire somebody. If you don't have the time to clean your machine, I'd at least hire somebody to do it, because at this point it just gets dangerous. Ever get on Copart sometime, look up skid steers. 80% of them are usually fires is what's killed them. Not engine failure, not tip over, or you know, any kind of wreckage. It's usually fires that kills these things. And I think this is why. Because look at this. This should not really, you shouldn't have an ecosystem of, what did I just break? Stick. This may be one of the most dirtiest machines I've ever had to deal with. Dude. So first I got a snap-on socket. Now I've found a wrench. Heck yeah, and it's snap-on. Look at that. That's $15,000 right there. Oh yeah, I can't get that. But I mean, there is tons of mud down here. It's all caked up in there. To get mud all the way up here, this thing had to have been in some deep water or something. We have some blockage. Monster bottle in there. Oh yeah. Trying to rinse as much mud as I can out of here. Hopefully it'll drain out. That'll help me work in here a little bit more. I'm gonna keep on washing and hopefully break some of that junk out of there so it'll drain out. There's just a giant glob of baked grease back here. Right here. Big old glob. Well, I'm definitely gonna start spraying some dishwasher soap down here, and it's probably gonna take me 15 bottles, but that grease is just too hard to break. It's gonna require some chemicals to begin to even think of breaking it down, because I just hit it with my shovel, and that grease and that mud, it's been underneath this pump for a while. I'm sure it's been really hot in here, and it is hard as a rock down there. Trying to rinse most of the big stuff off into the bottom. Come on. Look, we got clean, clear water in here now, because nothing's getting stirred up. Oh yeah, it's nice and good. Clogged up. That's why we need the water. The water helps separate all this stuff so it doesn't clog up. However, it still clogs up. Big old shovel load right there. Starting to think my hands are more efficient. Been working on this thing for a good 4 or 5 hours now. Gosh, there's all kinds of mud underneath the engine. Yep, 100% has been underwater. Getting better, but it's not getting good. At this point, this is what you might call a really dirty machine that hasn't been cleaned in several years. That's at the stage we're at now. The stage we were at was a total wreck that should probably just be burned. You can finally see some yellow over here. So I've been going on several hours now, and let me show you guys what I've got now. So the bottom is finally showing some yellow, as you can see. Right now I'm flushing some of the fill out of there, but let me move this down. Move that there for now. But here you can actually start to see a lot of the bottom of the skid steer. See that? If not, I'll try to make it brighter. right there, sort of in front of you, is a wall of clay, grease, and dirt. And that sucker is solid. That is what was packed all throughout the shell of the skid steer. But from about here on back was nothing but dirt, grease, and clay that had been hardened up. I mean, it was over this. I don't know if you remember, but it was over this. And we finally got all that blown out of there. We still got some back there. It's hard to get to. And then we have a big old thick wall right here. Let me try to slap it, see if you can hear it. Yeah, that's a big old wall of clay back there. I don't know, I might rinse it out, and then after that I'm gonna spray it. I'm just gonna douse this thing in dishwasher soap. That'll help break down a lot of this hard, sticky material. But it definitely looks a lot better today than it did yesterday, so that's all that matters. This is starting to look really good over here. So when we get all of that done over there, this should clean up really fast, I think. But yeah, looking a whole lot better. I'm pretty happy with what we got done today, even though there's still a lot of mud in there. Just knocked one of those chunks loose that's under this little valve body here. I want to show you what I'm talking about. It's falling apart now, but this right here is what I'm talking about. Nothing but clay, and it's all caked in there. It's all settled in, hard as a rock. Looks to me like that wall finally came crumbling down. Well, this is what we're left with. We've spent hours and hours and hours and hours cleaning this thing out. By no means is it perfect, but it is clean enough that I'm willing to start working on it. We can finally see the floor now. That's pretty amazing right there. We found out there's drain holes in the back. This poor skid steer got used and abused all its life. Hopefully it made somebody a lot of money. Obviously it didn't make the last owners a whole lot of money because they went bankrupt, but if they ran their business the same way they maintain their machines, I think I can tell why.